I have a lot of different storage solutions. I like everything on display. Here's a breakdown of all of the things that I use to display my dolls and toys. Got these glass shelves from Yisk, but they don't stand some dolls like in the in-betweens standing up. Like for example, pull-ups don't fit, but Rainbow High dolls do fit. So sometimes I have some dolls on display. These dolls are just waiting to be a part of a video. These are acrylic shelves from IKEA. I have them mounted with anchors, and you could literally put so many of these like everywhere. I like these because they don't come out too much, so they don't take up a lot of room. These shelves also don't come out too much, and they were really inexpensive, but I did spray paint them, and the spray paint costed more than the shelves, equal to that of the shelves, but these are from IKEA. This is a thrifted armoire that I found. I have my Barbies in here. They have these at IKEA as well, which are glass encasements that prevent your dolls from getting dusty. But of course, these are a little bit more expensive at like $100 a pop. And they do take up quite a bit of room. They're kind of chunky. Okay, so in this room I have these shelves, which were really cheap. They're like $5 from IKEA. They're also anchored into the wall. They don't come out very much, so I feel like they don't take up a lot of room. Now, of course, if I had like a bunch of IKEA Billy bookcases along the wall, I feel like it would take up a lot of space. And I like personally don't prefer the dolls looking like they're domed in. So of course you could get a bunch of these shelving units from IKEA and fit quite a few dolls in them, but side by side, like, you know, they look like they are bookcases. So these are shelves. This is a bookcase, and if I had a bunch of bookcases here, the dolls would all be like enclosed in them. So I do like that with the shelves, they're a little bit more open, so to speak, and I feel like the floating shelves create the room to seem like there's still room in here, if that makes any sense to you. I think it all depends on aesthetic and like the aesthetic that you're going for. I've seen doll collections in a bunch of bookcases, like white bookcases like this, or like solely in glass cabinets, like some doll houses and like dolls in the house, sitting on top of the house. I guess it just depends. Like, I don't prefer my dolls touching each other, and so, you know, I like them spaced apart. I feel like I get a lot of room for that in the floating shelves. I do like the aesthetic of the floating shelves. I like the aesthetic of the acrylic and the glass downstairs, and I like that turquoise color. I wanted turquoise shelves, and so they were originally like a metal, kind of like an unfinished metal, and I spray painted over them. So you could spray paint over furniture that you find on Facebook Marketplace, secondhand at thrift stores as well, if you want to be cost effective. But basically just take out your measuring tape, look at all your options online, in person, and then I would say go from there and decide on what aesthetic you want and how many dolls you have. Do you mind them touching together? Do you not? Are you willing to put some dolls away in storage in Tupperware bins? That's not something that I was willing to do, so I don't have any dolls laying on their back in storage unless they're waiting for a restyle or such. So that is what I do. All doll collectors out there, if you have any other solutions, please do drop a line in the comments below, and let's help each other out with how we can store our doll collections better in smaller spaces.